Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 165. It is Friday morning, and you know what that means. That means we have to head to the office and check in like a good little worker, good little team player, and make it look like we're going to be hanging out there all day. But, of course, you know what we do. We are not going to be taking an 8-hour round trip today like we normally would, or a 7-hour or a 6-hour. We're going to stay closer to home. We do have some opportunities closer to home. So today's agenda is we're leaving home right now early. We're heading to the office, going to check in, go out the other door, and get out of there. We're going to go to a nearby casino that doesn't really have a lot of opportunity, but we should be able to pick up 100 or two from there. And then we're going to head to the poker club. Probably before that, I may get a haircut between there, and then we'll go play, have lunch, go play poker. We'll head back to that other casino, and then we'll probably wrap it up for the day. Today, I believe the only meeting that we have is our team meeting. Let's see, that should be before we go to the poker club, and yes, confirmed, that's all we have. Looking ahead at next week's calendar, Monday, just a team meeting, no problem. Tuesday, no meetings at all. I'm taking half a day off on Tuesday and half a day off on Wednesday where there's no meetings, and I'm doing that because if I do that, I don't have to check in to the office Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday because I took some time off. Thursday next week I have 3 meetings I have to attend, and then Friday just a team meeting. So light couple of weeks right now, which is good. A lot of people on vacation and doing things, and just like the end of the year, not much stuff gets done, but we got to make sure we focus on the things we have to do, make sure those are done to a T, so we don't have any issues. Over the last couple of weeks, it seems like I've gotten closer to my team and learned that everybody is just hanging out talking. They spend 3 or 4 hours a day not doing anything, just talking about BS stuff, and that's fine with me because that actually gives me cover as well. So I'm able to operate this, quote, second job, second business on the side without any issues. Today, right now, it's actually pretty warm. It's 78 degrees already. Cloudy skies. I don't know where we're going to end up today, but probably going to be pretty warm. But we'll be inside the whole time anyway, so we should be fine. Starting today, our 1776 countdown is going to start being multiple items for the most part. Today will be the 3rd and 4th Amendment. Tomorrow or Sunday will be probably the 5th, 6th, and maybe 7th Amendment, and then 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to get into different topics before we come back to the amendments. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, just leaving here. I was here for a little while. Unfortunately, not a lot here. I did luck out on a couple plays. I gave some back at the end there, but still ended up doing okay. It looks like I didn't pay attention. Did it rain last night? Or was that while I was in here? I'm not. Well, the vehicles look dry. It must have rained last night in this area, and I didn't notice it when I walked in. But anyway, ended up doing okay. But I have a meeting coming up here in a little bit. I'm kind of in limbo between sitting in my car for 40 minutes or thinking about maybe getting a haircut. Got my trip coming up. It's going to be warm in Vegas, and maybe it would make sense to get a haircut. Let me look into that. We ended the session ahead $270. If I can get right into a place right now to get a haircut, I have time. Otherwise, we'll wait in the car and do one more lap before our meeting. So we'll find out. I'll be back. Just goes to show you never know what's going to happen, man. You never know. I went back in there expecting to find nothing, and for the most part I found nothing, but I did find one play, and it looked good to me. Sat down, played it, put in $100, lost. Wait a minute, actually, yeah, put in 100, lost that, and then put in another 100, and that's all I needed. And actually paid like way more than it was supposed to pay. Just got lucky on the variance, and that was the only thing that I played, and I ended my session ahead $596. So that's 6 there and 270 from earlier. That's 870 already. It's still early morning. We haven't even done our team meeting yet, and I've already made more money than I expected to make driving 3 or 4 hours each direction. So got lucky there. I'm happy, and just got back to the car. 10 minutes till my meeting. We'll do that and go from there. I was going to get a haircut. The nearest haircutting place was an hour wait, and then the one that had no wait was half an hour away, so it didn't make sense. And by that happening, by those being busy, I ended up making an extra $596. So very happy about that. Let's do our team meeting, and then we'll go from there. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back and just leaving the casino. Finished up the team meeting. First half was the team meeting. Second half was all about UFC and soccer, which I ended up turning off my camera and taking care of other stuff I had to do while I was sitting there on mute waiting for them to finish talking. And finally that was over. Went back into the casino, and yeah, okay, thank you. Went back into the casino and didn't find anything. So that last lap, just no chance of finding anything. But we've done really well today. If I went home right now, I'd be happy with the results, but we still have some things to do. Right now, I'm going to meet someone real quick for something, and then we're going to get on the list for poker. We're going to go play some poker, then we're going to come back to this area, one more lap at the casino, and then we'll head home. So that's the plan right now. Hopefully, we can double what we've already made. I don't think that's too much to ask. So we'll see what happens with that. So right now, heading out to meet someone, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. So as soon I figured out what time you can get on the list, and it's not like a normal time. It's an odd time, number of minutes before the club opens, and I was able to get on the list the minute it opened. Like 15 seconds after the list opened, I was number 4 on the list, and within 45 seconds the list was full. And the funny thing is, when this place opens up, it's usually just one table, and they don't get another table going for like 4 hours. So I was able to get that. It was a 1-2 no limit table. I bought in for I bought 600 in chips, and I came to the table with $300 in red chips. I put 300 in green in my pocket. I started playing, and it was a decent table. The guy to my right is a very tight player. He'll sit there for hours folding, waiting for aces, kings, ace king, ace queen, high suited aces, things like that. And he was pretty good. He didn't get that many great hands, so he wasn't a big threat to me. There were 2 guys to my left that were very aggressive, but would call with very low hands, pair of sixes, not even pocket sixes, pair of sixes, and they'll call you on the river. Things like that. One of them busted pretty quickly. He was aggravated that he busted, but it's like 100% of the moves that you made, dude, I would not have made. I'm not even that good, and I wouldn't have made those moves. So he got out, and another guy came in, and this guy was a lot more aggressive. And then the other guy busted 3 or 4 times and kept rebuying, but I was patient. I only won 4 hands the whole time I was there. I was there for a little over 2 hours, but was never really down. I mean, maybe $10 or $15 at the most, and I ended up leaving ahead $285. So plus 285 in 2 hours on a 1-2 no limit. Pretty good. And right now, it rained a few times. It rained really hard, and now the ground is dry already, but it really cooled off. It was in the 90s. Now it's in the 70s for the temperature, and nice day. The ground is almost completely dry already. People thought that there was hail outside because the raindrops were so big and coming down so fast. But overall was good. Talked to a couple reasonably intelligent people, and just left. So plus 285 there, and we are heading back to the casino. See if we can make a little bit more money there, and then we'll head home. Right now, I believe if I go to this place and I go home, and then if I don't use my car tomorrow, then I can get to the gas station that I like at this one place a couple hours from home with about 5 miles range to spare. So as long as I don't do anything tomorrow, which I don't know if I will or not, I think I can make it all the way back to that place to get gas. So not that I care that much about it, but it's kind of cool to be able to predict if I go to this place and this place, But anyway, all right, let's head back to the casino now. And I think we're up, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11? Are we up 11 or 1,200? Because we were up 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we're up to almost 1,200 today. So, so far so good. I'll be back. And the cool weather from the rain is already gone. We're back up to 90 degrees. So it helps for a minute, but it's back up to warm temperatures again. But it's still a beautiful day. The sun is out now. Only a few clouds left in the sky. Nice light breeze. So it's okay. It's all right day. We are just leaving this casino. It took a long time for me to examine all the machines I wanted to look at, but finally was able to look at all of them but all but two, and did play a couple plays, and actually ended up ahead, but part of my profit was an accidental press of a button, but nobody cares. Money is money, and it still spends the same. So ended the session ahead $60, and we are continuing on, and we will be doing our 1776 countdown next. All right, welcome back to the 1776 countdown, where we count down the 1,776 reasons why I love America. And I believe this is episode 6, right? We had the Declaration, Constitution, Bill of Rights, First and Second Amendments. That was the first 5, and now we're going to be doing the Third and Fourth Amendments. The Third Amendment being one of the least litigated amendments, and the Fourth Amendment being one of the most litigated amendments, and you'll understand why. Third Amendment is something that most people don't know. If you ask 100 people, maybe a few of them would know. It prohibits forced quartering of soldiers. What does that mean? What is quartering of soldiers? Quartering means giving them quarters, giving them a place to stay. It was written in response to British rule. The British Parliament had passed an act requiring settlers, colonists, to quarter British troops, that they would have to do that. And it applied in times of war and peace. Anytime they wanted somewhere to stay, they could do that. This amendment, this Third Amendment, says that during times of peace, you are not required to quarter soldiers, and during time of war, you're only required to do so if certain laws are passed temporarily for you to have to do that. So it has to be prescribed by law. The actual amendment says, no soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner prescribed by law. So in times of war, then something has to happen that would make it okay for you to have to quarter soldiers. Now, they did this Another part of it was a distrust of standing armies. The colonists did not trust having standing armies, like an army, like the U.S. Army. They didn't think that a country should have a standing army. Things, of course, were different at that point, right? So at that point, it was just volunteers that would get together, and they would eventually they had generals and all that. So rarely has this been invoked, and it's very rarely litigated because it's very rarely used, right? So then we move on to one of the most litigated amendments, and that's the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. So government officials cannot search your home, your person, your papers, your belongings without legal jurisdiction. What does that mean? They can't search you or ask you for ID or ask you for papers just for no reason. They can't just walk up to you and say, let me see your papers, right? So you have to commit a crime to be required to give the police your papers, to give them your ID. Now, here's the problem. The problem is, a lot of times, police officers will say, I made contact with you, so I need to document who I talked to, so can you give me your ID? And it sounds like, it's no big deal. But of course, it's more than that, right? So then they're doing checks on you and looking for reasons to do things sometimes. So this says that they cannot do that. The other problem is police can lie to you. They can say, if you don't do this, you can get in serious trouble. So your answer to them is, if I don't provide you with ID, will you take me to jail? And they're going to dance around it. They're going to say probably, maybe, whatever. I just want a direct answer, yes or no. If I don't provide you with ID, are you taking me to jail? If I get backed off of a casino and they want me trespassed and they don't know my name and there's a police officer there, the police officer says, I need to trespass you, I need your ID. What law have I broken? Well, nothing right now, but you're being trespassed, so I need your ID so I know who to trespass, who to put on papers. No, you don't. In order to have a trespass, they can just say, you're trespassed, and I leave. If I leave, I did not violate the law. If I stay, then I violated the law, and in that case, you can have my ID, because then I'm going to be arrested, right? But without that, you don't have to give your ID. You don't have to give your papers. So there has to be a judge involved, and there has to be probable cause. The judge will issue a search warrant or an arrest warrant. In those cases, then they have the ability to search your effects, your papers, you look at your ID, all those different kinds of things. Of course, both of these were adopted as part of the Bill of Rights, 1791. We've talked about that before. And it covers everything. Things in your pocket, your ID, your paperwork, your household, your vehicle, your computers, your cell phones, your personal property, any of that stuff is covered. And as time has gone on, of course, the 14th Amendment, which I'm not going to have to talk much about because I've said so much about it already, came along and said that applies to local and state governments as well. So if a local government says that you can't, that you have to give ID as part of an ordinance, no, I'm sorry, your ordinance does not override the Constitution. I don't have to give it. So, yeah, these are two very different amendments. The Third Amendment rarely used. The Fourth Amendment is a big deal every single day, and it continues to be with privacy, digital devices, so much surveillance out there, so many cameras and things, and government trying to have more and more authority over you. They can have that authority, but they can't violate your civil rights. They can't violate your constitutional rights. So that is the Third and Fourth Amendment. Hopefully I did them justice.